Well, hello. Welcome back to Lockdown Universe, home of the bizarre, peculiar, and unheard of stories of UFO legend and lore. Welcome back, welcome back. Happy to be back. Hopefully you guys are doing excellent and taking care of yourself. So today, we're going to talk about whether or not a shapeshifter was filmed by a security camera in Mexico. It's going to be good. I'm going to show you the video and see what you think. And we're going to talk about whether or not video cameras in general can capture aliens on tape. Shape-shifting aliens, I should say. So, without further ado, let's introduce our cast of characters. We have Baby Alien. Right there, yes we do. We've got Everything Zen Bigfoot meditating on the 13th dimension tonight, and we got post-apocalyptic after Halloween Dead Kitty right here. That's right. His batteries are running a little low because, well, let's face it, it's after Halloween. So, we're going to talk about this really cool article that came to us from Coast to Coast AM, one of my favorite shows and favorite podcasts, favorite hosts of all time, George Norrie. And this video is really pretty interesting. They actually just published this today, which is pretty cool. So, the article itself talks about a piece of security footage from Mexico that shows what appears to be a shapeshifter that transforms from an animal into a person. Now, these are kind of interesting, right? Because we hear about these from, what is that ranch? Neverland Ranch. The Neverland Ranch? It's not Neverland Ranch. The ranch down there in New Mexico. What is the shapeshifter ranch? Shifting ranch. Where the heck is it? In New Mexico. Sorry, my brain is not working. You guys all know the answer, and I don't. Skinwalker Ranch. Jeez. Can't get the old brain working today. So, it's like Skinwalker, where they talk about beings down, that are down in that area, just pop out of portals. They turn into animals, turn into beings, turn into wolves that are upright. I mean, just all kinds of crazy stuff. So, let's go back to this article, and we'll cover it here. So, it says in the city of Nava, N-A-V-A, a strange scene reportedly unfolded, and it was posted to TikTok. Now, you got to question what gets posted to TikTok. She's like, is it real? Is it not? But I think this one actually looks pretty legit. It looks like some guy's security camera inside of his garage, and then in the video that we'll show, they have their phone on the video on the screen, so it kind of looks weird. It's like, well, why is the camera zooming in over here and over there? It's because they have it on a screen and they're holding their phone up so they can zoom in on certain areas. That's really it. So, what happens in the footage is a man can be seen cleaning some chairs as his dog wanders around the room. Suddenly, the animal's attention, the dog's attention, is drawn to the door of the garage, where you can see a dark form resembling a four-legged creature, seemingly manifesting out of thin air. The man goes to investigate what disturbed his dog, and an oddity appears to shrink and transform into something else entirely. Now, I watched this video. It does look exactly like they say. It looks like some entity that looks like an animal, four-legged animal, is there, freaks the dog out. The dog goes back to the owner. The owner goes out and looks at it, and the thing shrinks right in front of you. And it doesn't look like CGI. It doesn't look like anything worth really doing. The guy's not going to make money. What is he going to, even if you get a few million views on TikTok, that's going to be it. You're going to make a couple bucks. It's not going to be worth your time to sit there for hours and try to CGI the shit out of it. It just doesn't make any sense. They state although it's hard to decipher exactly what he saw because it is far in the corner, the encounter clearly left him shaken as he quickly heads into his house through a side door in the garage. While he is gone, the peculiar form appears to transform into a person who then leaves the scene. That's the crazy part. When the man returns with his wife, the mystifying entity is nowhere to be found. And since it's been posted online, the video went viral and has gone viral in Mexico. And many who are curious say it's the folkloric shapeshifter known as Nahal, Nahual. I haven't heard of that one. While others argued the spooky interloper is a witch or a bruja. All right, a female witch or a brujo if you're a male witch. What do you make of the weird footage, they say? Well, let's not wait. Let's take a look at it right now. So we'll pull it up here, and we'll mute it, and we shall bring it up on the screen. Let's bring it over here, and let's take a look at it. Let's make it full screen. Oh, yeah, baby. We got a full screen. Here we go. Oh, my gosh. Well, I apologize. Here, we'll just mute that. And we'll zoom over to the footage. Wow, this is... Okay. So here it gets started. Here's the man, okay? Here's the man. We'll bring you over. Come on over here. Yeah, here's the guy. Here's a dog. Okay? So he's cleaning some chairs, they say. Now, over here, there's an entity. You can see it. It's black. It looks like it's on 4 legs. It looks like it's like saying hello or no, saying something. And then it shrinks. It's just like, it's huge. It's taking up this whole area. And then, poof! Looks like it shrinks into like a little dog or something. And then it kind of like goes away. And the guy's like, what the hell? Okay. He turns back. He turns his head 2 or 3 times. And he goes inside. Okay. Dog follows him. Okay. So this entity then is still here. It looks like it turns into a human walking around, or maybe even like 2 humans walking around. I mean, it's really bizarre. It looks kind of ghostly, and the people can't figure it out. Now, there's no reports of what the man says about this entity. I wish there was like a nice little piece of description of like an interview of what the guy saw. But as you can see, he comes back out. This thing is small, and it continues to be small. This is the same footage over again. So he goes back inside. He goes to get his wife. They come back out, and this thing is like a human size. You can see it. It transforms right as soon as he leaves. Transforms into this huge entity, and then like a ghostly entity comes up behind him, like almost like a transparent entity. And then they walk away. And here's the guy right here, and his wife. There's him. There's his wife, and this entity is over here now. They're walking out. They're going to go check this thing out. Where is it? Gone. And then they start doing some zoom-ins on what it looked like initially. I mean, the damn thing looks like the Demogorgon from freaking Stranger Things. And that's what it looks like now. See, they say Bruja right here on the screen. Bruja and Nava. Bruja, female witch. So, what the hell is this thing? Now, this is what's fascinating to me, is that we're starting to get these photos, videos, and so on and so forth on camera. And you have to wonder, is it real? Is it not real? Okay, let's assume that it's real. Let's assume that it's real. Then we have to break down the video. Did it look like the thing actually shrunk? It does. It does look like it shrunk. It looks like it's huge right here at the beginning of the video. Then it looks like it shrinks, like poof, instantaneously when the guy comes over. And then it looks like it goes up to like 6 foot tall with another ghostly entity like blending into it and then walking away. Now you could say, oh, okay, the camera's playing tricks. It's not. It's just the digitization of the image is not looking correct, or it's just playing tricks on the camera. But that's not playing tricks on the camera, y'all. This thing is a solid entity, and then it's moving around. It has another like ghostly image behind it. I mean, it's a really weird ass video. Really weird ass video. So this got me thinking. Okay, I'm gonna stop this for a second. This got me really thinking. I was like, okay, so if they were able to pull up this kind of video, and this imagery, what else is out there? Because there has to be other stuff out there that we've caught on camera. So it made me dive down the rabbit hole a little bit and take a look and see why we might be capturing these images on camera. So the cameras can pick up different pieces of the optic or the visual, the light spectrum. That's the word I'm looking for, the light spectrum, right? Now, there's this dye called dicyanin dye. Now, I've done research on this before. I don't think I did a podcast on it before, but in the night, I'll cover it because it's interesting. In the 1920s, a scientist by the name of Walter Kilner experimented with a chemical called dicyanin. He placed the dye between two glass planes and looked through it. What he found was the ability to see the aura of any person. Now, this is where it gets really, really interesting, okay? Placing it between two plates of glass. It can't just be one plate of glass. There's something about placing it between two plates of glass that allows you to see the aura of people. And they started to use this stuff in the early night vision goggles. Okay? And this shit made the military start seeing fucking demons out in the field. This is really crazy, okay? So we'll get into it. It's highly illegal, it says here on psychicfocus.blogspot.com. It's highly illegal, and here's the theory as to why. Okay. Dicyanine dye is illegal because it's said to have special properties, right? It allows you to look into the astral realm. So if people are like out of their bodies, having out-of-body experiences or dying or some shit like that, they can see it. Essentially, it's proving that another plane of existence and reality exists. They want to keep it under wraps. Why do they want to keep it under wraps? Because of the dye's ability to block out the white light spectrum, it helped Kilner's ability to concentrate on the person's aura. Before the 1940s, private researchers were able to freely use dicyanide dye. During the same time, the government banned any use of it. In 2010, very briefly, the public was able to buy dicyanide dye, but was quickly banned once again when a government chemist was able to see just how classified the dye was. The chemist found out that the company that creates the dye assigned a special code to its customers. The chemist also found that his security code allowed him to buy all the LSD, heroin, and cocaine he wanted, but he didn't have high enough clearance to request dicyanide dye. Okay, hold up. He could buy LSD, heroin, and cocaine, and he can't buy dicyanide dye? It's that dangerous? It's like the entire UFO phenomenon and all the black government is willing to threaten everyone that's in or sees anything regarding the UFO phenomenon. They're willing to say, hey, we're going to kill you, or you better shut up, or kill your whole family if you don't be quiet about this. We'll let you buy LSD, chemist. We'll let you buy heroin, chemist. We'll let you buy cocaine if you want. All of it. Whatever you want. How many kilos you want. But you want to buy a dye that'll let you look into another realm of existence? Hell to the no. You have no clearance on it. What? Come on. Okay, keep going. I digress here. This is really interesting here. We talk about how we have a normal 3D spectrum of color frequency that can be seen by the naked eye. There is a much larger range of colors and frequencies that we cannot see. Ultraviolet light and infrared light is an example. That's why they create the goggles, right? And night vision. Just as infrared helps us redirect light and frequency to enable humans to see in situations they cannot see, glasses made from the dicyanide dye and component do the same thing. These special glasses or goggles, whatever you make, convert frequencies to a range that can be seen and understood by the human eye. So there's a report that says that they utilize this in early night vision goggles. Again, right? Because they were experimenting with warfare. They were trying to figure out what's the best chemical for our people to use. And they used dicyanide dye in early night vision goggles. And guess what? They came back seeing demons. They had so many people freaking the fuck out in the field, shooting at things that weren't there. No enemy was there, that they had to eliminate the dicyanide dye from their night vision and create a brand new version of night vision goggles. Now, here's one individual. He states that he purchased a dicyanide pair of glasses a few months ago. He says they were somewhat effective, but I can't say I was blown away. The lenses are very dark purple to block out 95% of the visible light spectrum, so you need a very well lit environment with a person against a white backdrop to see much at all. After 10 to 20 seconds looking at my hand against the white wall, I was able to discern a subtle phosphorus glow emitting from the outline. And he actually has a photo. I don't know if I can, I'll try to pull this up. Look up. Yeah, let's look it up. Well, let us see this photo. If we can pull it up, we'll pull it up and share it with you. If not, well, we won't be able to. Other people had a lot of success with this. And I really want to check it out, man. I want to see, because I'm an experimenter. I want to find out if this is legit or if it's just not. Now, okay, I got the picture. Here, take a look at this. This is what he captured. Okay, I don't know how he captured it because I guess you'd have to take a picture through the goggles themselves. But this is his hand against a white background, and here's the blue aura around. Now, if you have a blue aura, it's supposed to be a calming aura, supposed to be relaxing, supposed to be that you're a cool, calm, chilled cat. Now, that's exactly what David Adair talked about when he was down in Area 51 touching the spacecraft engine that he was working on, or allowed to touch anyway. And when he touched it, it could sense his aura and sense his emotional state. When he touched it, it turned with blue swirls, kind of like this picture right here. And then when he started getting yelled at by some of the military members for touching the spacecraft, or the engine of the spacecraft, I should say, he started getting freaked out. The swirls on the spacecraft started turning red and tornadic and swirling. So wouldn't it be interesting to see if you started to make somebody upset while you're looking through the dicyanin glass? Would they change into red or, some darker color, black, who knows, right? So this is really cool. This is really fascinating stuff. I'll pull this back here. Have you or anybody you know ever experimented with dicyanin glasses or goggles? Some people make goggles, some people make glasses, some people do all kinds of things. I think that I would be willing to check it out. I think it's definitely worth checking out. Does it mean that the current video technology that we have dicyanin in it? Nah, probably not. But it is allowing us to look into a different visible light spectrum, isn't it? It is. It's really interesting because we might not be able to capture some of the things that we capture on film. There's a photograph from, I believe, it was like from the 60s, where this family was here and they were hanging out and they were just having a nice time at their dinner table. And what happens all of a sudden? It's a Polaroid. They shake it, and all of a sudden you can see this black entity just right down the middle of it. What the hell? What's it doing there? Why is it there? It's right in the middle. But they said this house had multiple hauntings all the time. So they were having a nice dinner, but it looks like somebody who got hung, and it's hung in the picture. That's exactly what it looks like. And they say that there was a person that was actually hung in this house. So pretty interesting, man. Does it mean that more videos will come out that allow us to see things? Have there been other videos that have allowed us to see other entities? There have. Have they been legit? Maybe, maybe not. But I guess we got to ask ourselves, as we move forward, how can we experiment scientifically with the right combination of chemicals to get the desired effect? Do we want to look into the astral realm? Do we want to look into a different realm? Do we want to look into, and is there a capability to look into heaven or another type of, existence that's heaven-like, whatever you want to call it, the afterworld? Now, we have psychics that can look into other worlds or the spirit world. They can see them, they can sense them, they can talk to them. That's just innate. But wouldn't it be interesting if the dicyanin gives regular folks the exact same capability? They might not be able to hear them, but they'll be able to see them and see the exact same entity. Now that would be fascinating because it's probably a little bit of a gene that psychics have that just needs to be switched on for normal folks. But the dicyanin glasses can allow you to do that. There's so much technology that we're just holding back and we're not releasing. It's really frustrating. But I mean, really, I get the whole, like, they don't want people to know about aliens thing, but not to see into the astral realm, to give them an understanding that there are ghosts out there, that there is an afterlife, that you will find peace, that you don't have to have terror or concern about passing away, that you will survive. If that indeed is what the dicyanin glasses would do, then we have a much bigger problem, don't we? We have a problem where the government doesn't want us to have peace. They don't want us to have understanding. Now, some people might say, no, the government doesn't want you to have dicyanin glasses because they don't want you to see the evil entities. Well, that's one aspect. Evil entities don't run everything, okay? They can run things, but in the end, it's light and love that overpowers the negative. I was just listening to a podcast about one of the best out-of-body experience professionals, really, that's been doing it since he was 14. He studied how to do it and started having these out-of-body experiences. As he began to do it, he started to come out of his body, started to get more proficient at it, but as soon as he started to come out of his body, he started encountering these dark entities that were just like waiting there for him. And, they'd antagonize him and whatever, but as soon as he learned to control his fear, he just basically went to another level and started getting out of the fear-based astral realm into a different, more positive astral realm. So you got to understand that much like life, there's going to be these negative entities that are going to try to keep you at a lower level. But if you think above that level and you raise yourself to a different level and you don't pay attention to these folks, you raise yourself up, then you can achieve a higher level of success and of understanding of the world and the realms that are around us. So I think that the dicyanin glasses, while, they could freak some people out, we also have to understand that there's different levels. And maybe there's different levels of dicyanin that you can put in there that can allow you to see different levels of the astral realm. You know what I mean? Maybe you can put in more to create a denser, thicker, more negative event, or you can put in a lighter amount maybe to allow you to see a lighter realm. I don't know, but I think it's worth checking out. What do you think? Why would it be illegal? Why are we capturing these aliens in Mexico, what shapeshifters, whatever the hell it was, in Mexico with regular cameras, security cameras? We're still capturing people that are getting abducted by UFOs on camera as well. They caught one while one of the workers walked out of his business establishment. This stuff happens all the time. So I think it's just, we have to do our own experimentation. We can't just wait for everybody to be like, okay, we're going to let you see this. We're going to let you see this. You know what? See what you want to see. Experiment for yourself. Go check things out. If it's not okay here, people go get stem cells put in Mexico all the time. I got a coworker that's going down to go get stem cells put in his knee. It's insane. Like stuff like that. They won't let you do certain things in America, but you can go travel elsewhere and go test stuff out. You can go to Peru and get yourself a nice little Joe Rogan ayahuasca retreat. So there's ways that you can go experience life in different countries too. I know not everybody can afford that, and I can't either, but it's just one of those things where you gotta figure out what you can do where. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a fantastic night. I hope you guys think about this, and I hope you guys do your own research. And what did that guy see in Mexico? And does dicyanin have anything to do with what we're seeing now in these future videos that are starting to come out? Could dicyanin give us the ability to see auras and into the astral realm? Really, really fascinating stuff. I enjoyed bringing it to you. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. I hope you guys are taking care of yourself spiritually, physically, and emotionally. I do feel like there are entities out there that are good and bad. You need to protect yourself. Protect yourself with a white light. Protect yourself with a positive mentality. Don't allow anything to negatively get attached to you, even if you feel like it is. You can control what's around you. You can control yourself. You can control your positivity and the power that you bring into this world, and hopefully it's positive. I hope you guys have a fantastic night. Take care of yourselves. Follow through on your hobbies and your goals and your dreams. And as always, continue to question the universe around you. Until next time, guys, like, follow, share, subscribe. Lockdown Universe out.